Welcome back, everybody. If you have leftover gourds from your Halloween decorations, do not throw them out, because Shirley is here to show us how we can turn them into an enchanted house for fairies. This is so beautiful.
Isn't it great? I mean, I have to say that I've always wanted to do more fairy gardens for the friends at home and teach you guys things. But right now, with gourd season, pumpkin season, you get all of these around the house. You've got all kinds of stuff, and a lot of people just start throwing them away after Halloween. But
this takes Lawrence's snow globe to the next level. And
oh yeah,
you know how those globes, you shake them and then you just sit and you get lost in them.
Right.
I walked in here earlier today and I'm like, oh my, look at all of the little things.
And you start to actually make a story for all these fairies and who they are. And
it's a theme.
It really is. And by the way, this happens to be very popular right now, isn't it?
Yes, it is probably the most popular gardening trend of all. I mean, millions of people are into fairy gardening. And so,
I mean, it's a thing.
It is, it is. And when you can just take what you have at home and even stuff from the backyard, let me give you a tour and tell you what I'm talking about. Okay, first of all, the big piece is the gourd that has been turned into a fanciful fairy house, and that's what we're gonna learn how to make today. But there's details. Look down here. These are little stones that I found in the backyard. Oh my goodness. And then you put a little bridge. Where's my bridge? Right there. And look at the glass underneath. It looks like it's water underneath the bridge. And then you have all these tiny little flowers of the cyclamen.
There should be a book that goes with this that you could read to children, and that could be their whole...
What sort of reminds me
Let's do it, Mark.
We could. Because inside the gourd lived the fairy princess.
Yeah, like the hobbits. I feel like hobbits should become...
And it's got little characters in there, too, which is very important. You always, you know, use a little character, little things to make it look even more authentic.
Okay, so how do we build it?
Yeah, how did you got started earlier?
It is so easy. Let me show you guys.
All right.
First of all, let's see. You get a pine round and you secure your gourd to it because you don't want it moving around. And then for the roof, we take pieces of the pine cone off and we're going to hot glue it onto a strip of felt. And we just make a whole row of it, and then take a look at how easy then it is to hot glue this as the roof line tile. Look at that.
Wow.
So that's our first. You always start at the bottom, and then you add on top and you stagger it. Then your third layer, and then I've got a little detail, little branch piece, not pieces of bark that, you know, of course they don't have a perfect roof. Now this is a piece I bought from the craft store. This is the door, and make sure that you have a gourd that you can fit that on. And then because it's not perfectly flush against the gourd, I use a little brown putty, clay, to fill in, and then I kind of add a little bit of stone and texture with a little bit of wood to make it look rustic. And then we're going to even have some windows. These are just little pieces of glass from craft store, hexagon shape, and then again we put that putty and mud around it. Yeah, and then let's make a stone chimney. Oh my goodness, look at that, from the yard. And then what is a chimney if it doesn't have any fire? So look at what I'm going to do with it.
That's so
we
cool,
wrap
Shirley.
the copper wire around a pencil, no big deal. Stick it in and hey, look at this.
Oh, that's so legit. Look at that.
Yay! That's our smokestack. Isn't that cool?
My goodness, look at that.
Okay. All right.
Moss.
Well, yeah, because you know the birds come and they want to nest in there.
Yeah.
And they want to take pieces of the fairy house. And there you go, babies. So easy. So easy. I can't even believe it.
Oh, how fun. All right, well, we've got the fairy house, but now we need to set the scene.
Yes.
Okay. Now, we have, you already saw our beautiful sample. So now what I want to show you is that we're going to carefully place this, because I don't want it to go off balance. And take a look at right here, before you put it down, there's an upside down, it's just a little pot, you can use a can. The purpose of this is to balance it, go ahead and put it down, balance this so it doesn't sink down, because it's heavy, and also because you don't want your gourd to be subjected to the water that when you water your plants, because these are real plants.
These are real. Now, can we talk about the planter for a second? This is, at first I thought it was a real log, but it's not.
Is that cool?
No.
No, and you know what? I'm really excited, guys, because these right now are like in all the craft stores. I saw them in more than 2 of them. Yeah. So if you like this, you could probably go find it. And it's just
you couldn't want to use a real one, would you?
You know what? I wouldn't, only because unless it's an outdoor planter. If you're going to do a scene like this for the outdoors, but this is all indoor plants.
Well, what specific plants would you use?
Okay, well, for the indoors, like today, I'm using just different types of ferns. Look at this beautiful little cyclamen, anything with tiny flowers. flowers.
So you want it to look like a forest.
Yeah, you want it to be small too, and drape some ivy.
Now, do they all have to have, when you do something like this, they all need the same amount of sun, the same amount of water and all that?
Yes.
Because you don't want to mix things up, right?
Have you learned all that?
No, I've been listening to you
Oh,
all these
man,
years.
I feel so proud of myself and you. Okay, see, the question is answered by yes. You have to get a collection of plants that all do well together. So this you could put in near a window, a bright window, and they all need that same type of sunlight. So perfect, and that's going to keep them alive, and that's part of the charm of this.
And how long would this last, by the way?
Oh my goodness, this could last for a long time until it outgrows its space.
But then you could prune it, right?
Yeah, you can prune it, and it's a true thing. Okay, now we're going to just add some details.
So these are the steps?
Yeah, this is some little steps. Thank you, Mark. You just push it all the way back. Look, that's just from the yard. It's not even a big deal. Should we put a little bridge?
Yeah, put the bridge. Where's the bridge going to go?
I don't know.
Well, the bridge has to come from like nowhere. Yes, because
So
they come out of the forest.
That's right.
That's true.
And then where's my little glass?
We need the fairies.
Where are we going to put her?
Oh, I'm going to put her up here hiding. I want her hiding somewhere.
Or how about on top of this?
Yeah, up there.
Ooh,
But I want this in front of her, so you have to really look for her.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, especially if she's falling down. And listen, this is really cool. This is the piece of glass that I used for the windows.
Yeah.
But it looks really good as a river, like a reflective little river. Right. So you can use that. You can put a bunch of them.
Oh,
you want more?
put a bunch.
You got another one?
I'm going to put her right
And you get a lot of this stuff where? At like a craft store?
Yeah, the little
It's almost like
figurines.
doll furniture kind of stuff, but more hardy.
Oh, yeah, no, you can get all of these little figurines at your craft store. You can look online. There's all kinds of stuff out there right now. You can go crazy. Absolutely,
sure.
But look how easy and fun.
I would also just like to say how much I love your Halloween costume.
Yes, look at
It's so
Can you
beautiful,
believe
Shirley.
this? Are you guys going to take me serious, though, with this on my head? So she doesn't know anything?
No, you know, it doesn't matter how you dress. It matters what's up here. You know it all, my friend. Thank you so much, Shirley.
The steps for this project available by going to hallmarkchannel.com and connect with Shirley at edenmakers.com. I absolutely love this.
And next up, Allie's in our kitchen. Hey, Allie.
Hey guys, I'm making some yummy Halloween snacks that all you mummies and daddies out there are gonna love making with your kids. They're super quick and easy.